Good day, everyone. Today we're going to discuss the organizational chart. So let's start. So ano nga ba yung organizational chart? An organizational chart, it shows the internal structures of an organization or company. The employees and position are represented by boxes or other shapes, sometimes including photos, contact information, email, in-page link, icon illustration, straight or elbow lines link the level together. So yung organizational chart, lagi ko sinasabi, it should be hierarchy type structures. Ibig sabihin, from sa pinakamataas na position going down sa pinakamababang position. And then yung organizational chart, ipinapakita nito ano ba yung structure sa loob ng isang organization or sa loob ng isang company. Dito ipinapakita ano ba yung mga posisyon ng mga empleyado. So pwedeng box type or other shape, no? Pero mostly box type yung ginagamit natin. And then yung iba, nilalagyan nila ng mga pictures kung sino yung nasa posisyon na yun. Or else minsan kung ano lang yung posisyon and then pangalan. So, depende po sa inyo, no? So, yan yung example. And then, we use yung mga straight lines or elbow para i-link natin yung position ng isa sa isa pang position. So, ano yung connections nila or yung level nila together. So, why is organizational hierarchy important? So, lagi ko, yun nga, yung pinagawa ko sa inyo is dapat hierarchy structure siya. So, bakit nga ba siya importante? Kasi, yung hierarchy, it creates authority and unity. Ayan, an employee's level of authority is greater the higher there are the hierarchical structures, no? Wherever leadership is required, authority is also needed. Authority ensures that everyone under manager command will work towards the organizational goals or face discipline. So, importante yon kasi dito ipinapakita natin na yung mga under ng manager, they need to follow yung manager para at least ma-achieve nila yung kanilang organizational goals at magkaroon sila ng discipline para at least alam din nila sino yung mga person with authority? Sino yung mga person na dapat nilang, tawag dito, dapat nilang, pakinggan, especially yung mga command dun. So, kaya mostly ang nasa top of the line natin is yung mga managers. Okay, so I will show you example, like for example 'yan president, picture niya, cellphone number niya. So, pwede namang gano'n 'no? And then dito yung name. So, sabi nga natin depende sa inyo kung ano yung gusto ninyo. Pwede rin naman ding position tapos name tapos pictures or else minsan position lang tsaka name. So, 'yan, manager 1, manager 2, manager 3. And then sino yung mga under nila? So, hierarchy structure siya. Mula sa pinakamataas, pababa, 'no? And then dito, lagi may supervisory. Kumbaga merong manager o kaya naman supervisor na which is yun yung pinaka mas mataas kumpara dun sa pinaka lower position which is yung mga staff. And then ito rin yung isa pang example. Ayan, CEO. Again, ang CEO ginagamit natin siya kapag corporation pero kapag isa lang, sole proprietorship lang, pwede namang owner lang siya slash siya na rin yung manager kasi depende sa laki ng negosyo, no? Hindi naman lahat ng negosyo, eh, CEO. Kasi nga, again, ang CEO ginagamit lang natin sa corporation. Pero kung yung mga business ninyo, eh, maliliit lang, minsan the owner can be the manager also. Para naman flexible yung kanilang mga position. Ayan, manager under production, manager naman siya under marketing. Sino yung mga under ng marketing? So again, dito depende sa klase ng negosyo, no? Hindi lahat ng business eh laging may manager ng production. Eh paano kung maliit lang yung business mo? So depende sa laki ng negosyo at depende sa klase ng negosyo. Kung yan ba ay restaurant, yan ba ay bar, yan ba ay resort. So depende. Ayan, so like for example, this is the restaurant organization. The owner will be ayan, ito yung pinaka-owner, siya yung pinakamataas. So, sole proprietorship kasi isa lang siya, no? So, eto, may finance manager siya, may restaurant manager siya, may admin, may HR manager. But again, hindi porket restaurant yung business ninyo, eh lahat na ng ganitong klase na manager ipapasok ninyo. So, depende pa rin sa laki ng business ninyo. So, under ni restaurant manager, naka-under sa kanya halos lahat. So, si beverage leader, si chef, si dining room leader, So, naka-under lahat yan kay restaurant manager kasi siya yung may connected line. Ayan, kung makikita ninyo. So, si admin, hindi niya po under si beverage leader. Si HR manager, hindi niya po under si beverage leader. Mostly, ang may under kay beverage, kay chef, lahat ng mga to ay si restaurant manager because yung line ang nagre-represent kung kanino sila connected. Okay? Then si owner, under niya lahat po yan. Okay? Pero ang pinaka pwedeng mag-direct contact kay owner is si finance manager, restaurant manager, admin, and HR. Kasi sa organizational chart, it's simple lang yung rules natin. Si buzzer, hindi siya pwedeng dumirekta kay owner. No? So, dapat wala sila mababypass. Si buzzer, pwede magsabi mo na kay kung sino man yung pinaka-leader nila. Like for example, wine runner, pwede mo na magsabi kay beverage leader. Then si beverage leader, siya yung magdadirect kay restaurant manager. Hindi pwedeng si wine runner magdadirect agad kay restaurant. Baka kasi mabypass niya yung beverage leader, which is yun yung parang nagsisilbing supervisor nila sa area na yan. Okay? So, next. So, eto, may tinatawag tayo na, just wait lang. I-hide muna natin to. May tinatawag tayo na flat organizational chart. Actually, 4 yung klase ng chart na meron tayo. Pero ito lang inilagay ko, yung dalawa. Kasi possible, ito yung pwede sa mga business ninyo. So, meron tayong tinatawag na flat organizational chart. So, paiksiin ko na lang. Dito sa flat organizational chart, sobrang onti lang ng empleyado and walang level of management, no? Between sa executive and all other employees. So, ito lang, manager, or pwedeng ito na rin yung owner/manager kasi nga maliit lang ang negosyo. So, under ni manager or owner, yung mga empleyado niya, wala nang ibang manager or wala nang executive position. So, yun yung tinatawag natin na flat organizational chart. Lahat ng empleyado magkaka-level lang. Okay? Ayan, sabi dito, this type of structures empower self-management and greater decision-making ability for every employee. It most often employed by smaller business, but it's not unheard of it even at large companies. No, so ito ginagamit lang natin siya for smaller business. Kasi nga gusto natin maging flexible yung mga empleyado. They have a greater decision-making sa kanilang trabaho. Pero kung malaki yung company mo, hindi yan applicable. The next one is, functional top-down hierarchy. A functional top-down organizational chart reflect a traditional business structures. The structure shows that the C-suite at the top, followed by the other senior manager, middle manager, and so on. Ito yung pinapakita natin, yung parang hierarchy style from top to down position. In such organizational structures, employees with similar skill set and specialization are grouped together. However, they often suffer from lack of visibility and communication with other departments. Ayan, the structures is divided into traditional department like IT, marketing. Pero again, sample lang to, no? Depende pa rin sa inyo kung paano ninyo hahatiin yung iba't ibang department ng inyong business, especially kung maliit lang naman yung business ninyo. So, eto, yung functional top-down hierarchy, most of the time, pwede siya sa mga big company. Kasi nga, pwede mong hatiin yung mga iba't ibang department, like example, IT, marketing department, finance department, human resources department, operation department. So, pwede mo siyang hatiin sa ganon, no? From top position going to down position. Ayan, for example, general manager, under ni general manager, si assistant manager ulit, and then kitchen manager. And then si bookkeeper, naka-level lang kasi pwede niya i-assist ni bookkeeper si general manager, pwede rin i-assist ni bookkeeper yung mga iba pang assistant manager or kitchen manager. And then under nila, meron silang staff, server, host, bartender, bar, packs, line cooks, dishes. So, eto pwede nyo tong gamitin kapag medium business or large business. Hierarchy structures pa rin siya mula sa pinakamataas, the general manager, and then hanggang sa pinakamababang position. Okay? So, now, before we end our video discussion about organization, I will show you how to create the organizational chart ng sobrang dali lang. O, example. You only need to do is Insert ka ng text box. Ayan. Tapos, kuha ka ng bullet. Ayan. Tapos, type mo dito kung sino yung pinakamataas. Example, owner/manager. Under ni owner and manager, sino yung naka-under doon? Halimbawa, head chef. Naka-under sa kanya. Sino pa? Head waiter. Ayan. Example, yan yung mga naka-under sa kanila. And then, under ni head chef, nandyan si sous chef and cook, dishwasher. Ayan. So, under naman ni head waiter, nandyan si server number 1. Server number 1. And then si server number 2. So, again, depende sa inyo kung ano yung mga posisyon kasi depende sa laki ng kumpanya. No? So, ayan. Example, yan yung nakagawa ninyo. Tapos, ano nyo dito. Ayan. Tapos, convert to smart. Ayan. Right-click, tapos convert to smart. More smart graphic. Hierarchy, hanapin ninyo. Ito yung with picture ng organizational chart. Ito naman yung pangkaraniwan lang na organizational chart. So, yun. O, di makaka-create na kayo ng mas mabilis na organizational chart, no? Or else, pwede naman dagdagan pa yan, depende nga sa inyo, sa company ninyo. O, balik natin doon. Ayan, pasok mo dyan yung mo, right-click ka, convert to smart, more smart graphics, and then hierarchy. Tapos, gusto ko to yung with pictures. O, yan. O, diyan. Lalakihan mo na. Gusto mo, customize mo na lang. O, tapos lagyan ko ng mukha ko. O example, o yan, tapos insertan mo na lang, o browse ka ng picture. No? So, ganun po, isa yan sa pinakamabilis na paraan on how to create organizational chart using the PowerPoint presentation. So, that's all lang for today. And if you have some questions, message nyo lang ako para at least ma-discuss natin ng further. Okay? Thank you so much. Bye!